Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno. I'm the founder of Real Men Real Style. Today, gentlemen, we're going to talk about learning how to straight razor shave in 3 days. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be actually referring to a course that I'm going to be offering for free or for $97, and I'll be talking about how you can get it for free. I really would like to have you guys in there. It's going to be open to 50 men, and that's part of the limitation of the software I'm using, GoToWebinar. But this is going to be live training for those of you that are interested in a straight razor shave. So I know many of you guys have thought about this for probably years. The problem is you haven't really taken much action on this, and you have been wanting to try this out. Why? Well, let's think about it. The closest shave that you can get as a man, the most control when it comes to all of the other razors out there, the history. Let's go back 3,000 years. Whenever they first started using copper instruments, one of the first things they developed is a razor and how to be able to shave that face. Alexander the Great in the 4th century BC, he basically wanted to make sure that his warriors were clean shaven, so in close combat, no one was going to be grabbing the beard. Guys, longevity. When it comes down to it, a good quality straight razor is going to outlast you. And finally, the coolness factor. Now, this is brought to you by straightrazors.com. I've got one of their Grim blades right here. Amazing quality. I'll be getting into the details of this in further videos, but I can tell you that they use this, I think it says Austrian steel. And one of the big costs of a straight razor is the quality of the steel. These guys are using some of the best in the world. In addition, right here in the United States, actually in Idaho, that's where they're doing all the, basically the honing and the polishing, getting this ready. American made. They use this actually. This one I've got a fiberglass. This is the Blades Grim, so go check it out. I'll link to this particular set that I have here. What I'm offering is if you, in the next few weeks, go grab a set over at straightrazors.com. You can get if you've already got shaving soap or some other things, you can just grab a straight razor. But for those of you that decide to go over there and grab a set, grab a straight razor, I'm going to invite you to come take a course with me and Mantic59. Also, Mark Harrow, he's a friend of mine. And if you don't know who he is, on YouTube, he is one of the biggest shaving gurus out there. He's been talking about this stuff a long time. He's been straight razor shaving, wet shaving, all the other stuff for a long, the guy is the de facto expert. And you're going to be going on the journey with me. This is a 3-day course. It's going to be 3 days in a row. We're going to meet for 3 mornings, and we're just going to do this together. One of the things I find when men are trying to have action, and I've learned this in my style system, is it's great when you've got a group together. And I'm going to have 2 groups. The weekends are going to be the 26th, 27th, and 28th of December, and then the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So that's going to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be at 8 a.m. Central. Now, these are going to be recorded for those of you guys that can't be there. So if you were to buy, a razor and you can't make it to the event, hey, I'm going to have this recorded, or if it's too early, too late, you'll be able to zoom in. But it's going to be a course that's going to have information, and it's going to be broken into 4 sections. First, there's the pre-section. This is going to be the homework that you need to do before you show up. And it's basically, you're going to learn about how to correctly create a lather. You're going to need a luxury shaving soap, and you're going to learn exactly how to lather correctly. We're also going to teach you about the terminology, all the different parts of the blade. So whenever we're speaking, you're going to understand that. In addition, how to hold, and we're going to get into those details. That's all before. Then on the first day, we're going to shave together, and this is going to be live, gentlemen. So if I cut my neck and I'm bleeding all over the place, you are going to be able to call 911 and help save me. No, I hope it doesn't turn out like that. But I really think that having us in a live environment, and you don't have to be there on video. I'm the only one that is going to be there on video. You can be on video if you want, but it is something that, hey, you can have your computer or your smartphone connected, and you can be there shaving and telling us what you think. How is it going? What's your impressions of what's going on? Ask questions right there. And we're going to do this for 3 days. So the first day is going to be the first shave. And this is going to be, I know when most of the questions pop up, we're going to lather, we're going to shave, and there's going to be a Q&A session right after that. So we're going to be able to talk about the experience, answer any questions. Then day 2, very similar, the lather, the shave, the Q&A, but then we're going to start talking about the maintenance, everything that you need to do to make sure that your straight razor lasts for a lifetime. And then day 3 is going to be basically the same thing, except we're going to be talking about perfection, what you've learned, and how to continue to go forward. Now, this is setting you up so that you can become a straight razor for a lifetime. Now, you may go back to wet shaving. You may just make straight razors, want something that you do once in a while. But I really want to give out, those 5 points I talked about at the very beginning. Being able to get a close shave, the closest shave you can as a man. Being able to control every aspect of it. Understanding the history. Having something that's going to outlive you that you could pass on to your son or your grandson. And when you're hanging out with friends and you pull this thing out, you're able to, they're like, they're wondering, are you going to end up, slashing them up or not? Hopefully they don't think that. But guys, right now, go over and check out straightrazors.com. If for no other reason, check out their custom blades. I am amazed at what Luke is doing over there. He's brought in a whole bunch of artisans. These guys have really, in the last couple of years, created an amazing company, making them right there in Idaho. And it's just a bunch of guys in a machine shop making amazing custom blades. I mean, the custom blades by themselves are worth going to straightrazors.com. If you make a purchase, all you have to do is email me, and you've probably got my email, but if not, Antonio@realmenrealstyle.com, and let me know. Go through my contact form. Doesn't matter how you get a hold of me, and I'll make sure you get signed up for the course. The course is going to be fun. I'm going to be going through it. Guys, I have never used a straight razor. So this is going to be fun for me the first time, and I'm going to be having this course twice. I may offer it again, and don't forget, there's a limit of 50 guys. The reason I'm doing that is, hey, it's the limitation of my software, but if this proves successful, hey, we may do it again. If you, for some reason, just want to pay good money and get into the course and for the amount of money, to be honest, $97, you could go get a straight razor over at, straightrazors.com for a bit less than that, and that's what I would recommend. But if you just want to pay me, let me know, and we'll set that up as well. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.